Before you smash the dislike button, people, this video I'm only going over the 5 major problems that have come up over my time with the Fold 8. I will be making a whole separate video next week going over the 5 best hidden features of the Fold 8, so stick around for that, but let's get started first off. The first issue is not a major issue, but more like a nuisance, at least for me. This camera. You paid $1,900 for the Fold 8. You got chump change for your trade-in, and the camera quality is honestly comparable to the Pixel 9a, which is an embarrassment. For the Pixel will get you better still photos. Like, I'm not even kidding. It has better colors and more accurate skin tones. Well, the only advantages of the Fold 8 camera is that it has macro shots and the video quality is superior. But that's the crazy part. Like, I'm actually comparing a phone that I had to take a literal mortgage out for to a peasant's daily driver. Yo, to all my Pixel 9a users, I love y'all, by the way. If I didn't have you guys, I might have been stuck with a real job doing brain surgery or something, so thank y'all. The camera hardware being this limited means that if you are a content creator or if you're looking for a phone to create content with, this ain't it. This ain't it. Go get an S26 Ultra or an iPhone 17 Pro Max. Stay far away from the Fold 8. Now, look, there are some camera hacks for those of you stuck with like a 72-month payment plan. Number 1, download GoodLock, get Camera Assistant, and set these settings up quickly. Okay, do it right now. This is going to kill some of the AI post-processing that gets injected into every photo. But also, as a rule of thumb, if you're indoors and you have low light situation, use that 12 megapixel camera. Like, actually, it will capture a lot more detail and the images will come out looking a lot better and clearer. Only use the 50 megapixel when you're in a very well-lit environment. But like I said, that issue is just a nuisance compared to this next one, which is a literal hazard for your nervous system. It's this cover screen aspect ratio. A lot of apps like Chrome, for example, are not optimized for this cover screen and default to the desktop format or sometimes even the tablet format, which can get very gimmicky with crazy ads depending on the site. But the bigger problem is, you know, this is a phone, right? Wow. So when you want to type something, you don't have a, external keyboard. You have the on-screen keyboard that comes forth and it'll take up the whole screen, or more like, half the screen. And before you start, I tried the one-handed, the right-handed, left-handed, the shrunken keyboard. All of them still take up too much screen because apps that are optimized for tall and narrow are just, now just fat. They're just fat. And that's not just Chrome. The same thing happens with Gmail. The keyboard takes up the whole bottom half. And suddenly, you're left with a sliver of actual text space. And forget about being able to see the email you're actually trying to reply to. Yeah, you're gonna have to close the keyboard, save your email as a draft, then go back to see the email you were addressing. On longer and narrower devices like the Flips, and this is something that I actually praised, the fact that you can actually see the emails you're replying to while you're replying to them made a huge difference in reducing friction when you're trying to get things done. And aside from apps like Chrome and Gmail, even things like Google Drive, right? That's not optimized for this cover display. Instead of being able to see more because this phone is wider, you don't. You see as much as you would see on a, more traditional, longer and narrower screen. Like, look, if this massive cover display was actually optimized, it would mean you should be able to see more content at one time, and then it would pay credence to the fact that it requires 2 hands to get functional. But the reality is that you don't get any extra info, even with the wider aspect ratio, but you still need 2 hands to do anything with it. It's a big L. It's a BBL. Yo, some keyboard warriors have said that they can get things done with 1 hand. Congratulations. Because this next issue is one that even you keyboard warriors can't escape. One of the most annoying aspects of this phone are the indecent thermals. I'll be playing Dynasty Legends or WoWa or Genshin and enjoying myself on this massive inner display with the most lucrative screen real estate, colors that reflect the heavens, and graphics that would scare the ancients. And then it hits you. In the midst of turning Lubu's army into straight kebabs, you start feeling your strength failing. The grip on the phone is weakening, and you realize that you're holding literally a boiling piece of aluminum and glass composite. And perhaps you think to yourself, maybe I've been playing for a long time. Nope. 10 minutes. That's all it takes. 10 minutes for this phone to get so hot it becomes annoying, and that's about an inner display that's teetering on 86 degrees Fahrenheit. This back half next to the camera and in turn this half of the cover display heat up very, very fast, and they get very hot. And the issue isn't simply like an unwarranted gua sha heated massage for your thumbs, but also performance. While this phone will handle everything you throw at it, and the chip is one of the, absolute best ones, like it has insane potential, it's ironically getting limited by its own heating and throttle response. As the chip heats up, the performance slows down in order to keep the components safe. And it's not just 10 minutes of gaming, guys. It's 10 minutes of recording in 4K or 20 to 30 minutes of watching Netflix or YouTube. This heats up and it will get very uncomfortable to hold very quickly. And that's a damn shame. Now that I'm in Samsung Young's crosshairs, we've got 2 more major problems to go over. 2 more things that I need to inform you all about before Big Daddy Samsung breaks down my door, but perhaps a subscribe stay. Fam, it really helps grow a small channel and growing community like the Chilled Fossil. And also, if you want to refute any of my points, please leave them in the comment section below. Do not come up to me in public. I'm already ducking and dodging ice, man. I don't need more people. This next issue is mechanical. More specifically, I'm talking about this hinge. Now don't get me wrong, the hinge with the new aluminum tech is phenomenal and it's very stable and it's very smooth, but it's too springy. Like it doesn't sit in, you know that laptop format we're used to? It's doing it, it's sitting. Wait, is it sitting? Doesn't it seem like it's getting wider? It feels like it. Yeah, so valid point. It doesn't sit in that like laptop format anymore. So if you wanted to use your phone like that, forget about it. Also, Samsung knows about this and they removed flex mode. Unlike the Fold 8 Ultra or the Flip 8 that you can kind of like angle however you want, or if you're using this back to take pictures, you can kind of fold it like this, fold it higher, like any angle you want, it's there for you, right? You can't do that with this. Or maybe you want to use the camera and you want to use your phone like a tripod, right? You can't do it. It's gonna snap open. It's either open all the way or it's gotta be closed all the way. There's no more middle ground. There's no more flex mode. There's no more, you know, browse Chrome up here and use the bottom as a keyboard and trackpad, which would literally solve problems. But no, you can't do that. You can't do that no more. No. Stop it. You're asking for too much. I don't know why they did this, given that the Fold 8 Ultra has the ability to be fixed in certain positions like the Flip 8 as well, but the Fold 8 Ultra also has the new aluminum hinge, so it's not the hinge technology that's making it this way. It's literally Lee Jae-hyung. It's his fault. Go at him. And also, why'd you make 2 displays on a phone, right? 1 display, 2 display, right? 2 displays. Both of them require you to use 2 hands. But then you didn't make it so that the inner one, you could kind of have like a keyboard, trackpad, Chrome up here. Like, man, do I have to spell it out for you, Hyung, every time? And y'all still won't invite me to Samsung Unpacked. That's the crazy part. That's the craziest part, dude. Now, the last thing. Can I talk about the last thing? Is this the last thing? This outer screen is just bad. Now, I'm not talking about the display. The display is fine, actually. Like, the graphics, the resolution, the frame rate, perfect. Fine. I'm talking about the hardware. Like, I've only had this phone for a few weeks, no case, and there are a few pieces of small debris getting stuck between this glass and the frame. First of all, why is there so much space between the glass and the frame? That's not normal. And also, why is the frame raised above the glass? That makes it uncomfortable to hold from the edges. And also, why is there a literal hole in my frame that is just literally accumulating the black plague? And I don't even have health insurance. Some decisions when it comes to the hardware feel very and I'm also saying that because my outer display is warped. It's too early to tell if this is a widespread issue. I was literally afraid of saying this, but like, if you look at reflections in your display and are seeing warping, please let me know in the comment section below. I can't be the only one. Now look, fam, there are a few other major issues, like, you know, if you're watching something on Netflix or YouTube, you're gonna have some massive bars, whether you're on the outer display or the inner display, or the battery life not living up to what most people would expect of an $1,800 productivity focused flagship, or the fact that 7 years after inception, there is still no S Pen. Yo, hire me, fam. Hire me, Samsung, please. I have the blueprints. But so far, these are the 5 most major issues that I've come across in the Fold 8. If you have any of your own and you want to add them onto the list and, you know, maybe check with the community, leave them in the comment section below. And until next time, get some rest.